Hello, everyone. Strategy Gaming Dojo here, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And I'm out there trying to find those games for you. And today I wanted to take a look really quickly at Solasta, Crown of the Magister. And this game has gotten a lot of buzz. It originally hit early access in October of 2020. I think people didn't know quite what to make of it. The graphics aren't maybe exactly what you would expect in 2020 2021. You see the graphics here. I think they're actually quite functional, they're quite good, but maybe not quite on the level of Divinity Original Sin. But what is Solasta? Well, Solasta, these guys, Tactical Adventures, got the rights to Dungeons and Dragons rule set number 5, or the 5th edition, 5E, you maybe will hear it called. And that is a huge get. Wizards of the Coast, they protect that IP, of course, but evidently, they trusted Tactical Adventures enough, this company, to give them the license to the rule set. And what Solasta has tried to do, and what Tactical Adventures has tried to do in making it, is do Dungeons and Dragons on the computer. And that maybe sounds easy, or it maybe sounds like something that surely has been done a lot before, but I can tell you, as a fan of the Dungeons and Dragons franchise, going back to the 80s, back when they used to get on the radio and say that was causing kids to worship the devil and such things. Uh, no joke. Back in the 80s, when Dungeons and Dragons first appeared, there was quite the backlash against it. But of course, now it is so mainstream, and people understand what Dungeons and Dragons is, and the dice rolls, initiative rolls, all of that stuff. I've been a fan since back then. It has been very difficult to get a good game system based on just the Dungeons and Dragons rule set, where someone, a dungeon master, maybe can come in and design scenarios, or even a single player solo game where you can just play and it is exactly as the rule set is supposed to be. Now, I know Divinity Original Sin has done a little bit of that. Of course, there was Baldur's Gate, and Baldur's Gate 3 is now out. I have messed around with that a little bit. It's a pretty good game, but it's essentially Divinity Original Sin. It doesn't quite have the charm as the old Baldur's Gate classic. Then you have, Icewind Dale and other games like that, but nobody's quite gotten it just right. Where you are playing Dungeons and Dragons, it just happens to be on the PC. So that's what this company is trying to do. I think Wizards of the Coast realize they need, or they should have, a game system for people that are fans of role playing to come and just play Dungeons and Dragons on your computer. And that's what this game is really trying to accomplish. Now, I have again, played this a little bit. I have moved the characters around. I've trying to kind of gotten the feel of how the game works. Now, I won't say I've studied it in depth, but it does seem to be a very nice recreation of, what you would play on your tabletop. And like I said, I think the graphics, I kind of like them. They take me back to that charming Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate, the original, those kind of graphics, which I think were very popular. This has a tactics turn-based combat system that I think will be popular with our crew here. Our crew at Strategy Gaming Dojo, we all kind of like those turn-based games where, in this one, you will have the height matters. You have a landscape that matters. You can push barrels over, you can knock this over or that over. You have to duck for cover. I just think the turn-based combat system looks really, really good in this game. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a preview of this. I don't like to do it right when a game first comes out. I like to see if the developers are going to patch the game, if they're going to take the feedback from the player base and really do something with the game and not just release it and say, well, here you go. And, we've had way too many games like that that just end up being duds. But it looks like they're really going to push this as being the quote unquote kind of official Dungeons and Dragons game on the PC. And as this continues to develop in early access, we will tutorial it, we'll play it, and we'll continue to talk about it. So, anyway, for Strategy Gaming Dojo, I hope you like this little preview. I'll talk to you next time.